Yeah, so on these old trucks, a lot of people will put these bed protectors on them or headache rack, and it causes them to rust out pretty bad. So that's what I found on this one. And instead of just patching, there was a big hole here and a couple of drilled holes. So instead of patching that up, it was rusted out and pitted really bad throughout the whole section. So I decided to just cut it all out and replace the whole piece. So I've got most of that put in. I just got one little section to put back using the floorboard metal to do it. And while I'm at it, I'm going to go ahead and just cap these stake pockets because I'm never going to use them. With that Crown Vic chassis, I'm going to have a false floor that covers up the whole thing. So to make it really easy, what I did was I just made a small template, and it made it really simple to just cut these little pieces that fit straight over the hole. So I'm going to get these welded up and get that one next. Alright, so it's starting to come back into shape. Got out the bodywork out pretty fine. There's a couple of cracks in here that formed after I did a lot of grinding, so I'll probably go back and weld up some of these. Next step is to, and a little while ago I went ahead and cut out a piece out of that old floorboard, so it should mount up in there pretty good. I think what I'm going to do on this piece is put a backer on here. That way it doesn't drop below that level, and it also gives me a little bit more to weld to whenever I'm trying to fill that gap. If you've ever tried to weld two pieces of metal butted together that are thin, you end up chasing a big hole all the way through the piece. And that's pretty frustrating, especially when you get into some areas. That's what happened over in these areas right here. So try to want to prevent that as much as I can and save myself some work later on. Because the more you have to weld, the more you have to ride a grinder. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put these little backing strips in here, and that's going to give me something to weld to, and it's also going to keep that piece that I cut for it from slipping down lower than I would like it to go. So it's probably hard for you to see at that angle right there, but working with what I got. Also, sorry about the background noise. It's Texas, and I'm not turning the fan off. So whenever you're cutting out a piece to fit into something, one thing that's handy, especially if you're dealing with a square, is to put you an index mark. So I've got one over here on the side of the bed, so that whenever you are seeing where you need to cut to trim off, you can go to the grinder and grind this down, and you don't come back and wonder which side did it go on. So just a tip for you when you're fitting it up. So let's go get started. You don't want to weld those up solid because then you'll end up getting material in the way that makes it hard to get this other piece in once you get it to that point. trim those corners off. So once you get those tabs in there, you just take your piece after you've trimmed off the corners, and it fits right in there nicely. All right. It's not perfect yet, but grind it down, patch any holes, and then it'll be good to go. Use body filler for the rest. Look at the picture. The grinding stone's getting pretty used up, so I'll get that replaced and wrap this up. Patch any pinholes that I see in there, and then we should be good to go with this side. Then I get to repeat it over there.